1,000 pounds, and we have a logistics coordinator that seems to be setting off Monday night for the journey down south to start distributing these to the people that really need it. And so we're humbled to be in a position to help with this. We're super excited to get people fuel that isn't garbage, and dude, we're ready to go.
Yeah, well, Troy just said, go, guys, go.
Yeah, well, there you go. Go. Boom, right there.
Is there a Dak Savage in front of you?
There's not. This is the 50-50 right here. So this is the tactical tea and lemonade. But I know that there's a Dak Savage in my Jocko cooler. You want me to run and grab you one?
Let's go.
Let's do it. All right, we'll be right back. Hey, TikTok, we're talking about Jocko Go. Hey, YouTube, we're talking about Jocko Go. So I'll be right back. I got to get Dudley some good Jocko here. So this is... on Tuesday, but today we decided to do it on Wednesday. We had a bunch of meetings and catch up that we had to do yesterday. Plus, we had Levi Porter, who is the driver for Jocko Fuel, come by. And so, you know, we thought we were just going to unload some Jocko. We ended up spending probably about an hour on the mats, rolling, getting some sweat in, getting that sweat equity. And then we also spent probably about another hour and a half just talking and getting to know each other, which was awesome. So,
wait, we got to take a pause.
oh, here we go. Here we go. This is the moment you're waiting for. Sweet release. Cheers. Can a guy get a cheers?
Yes, you can. Wait, I got to take my tab off so I know it's mine.
Yeah, that's right. So if you're wondering, we're actually not sponsored by Jocko Fuel. They're our homies. We love them over there. But we pay for our Jocko just the same because we want to support their business and because it's just so dang good. And I've seen to believe that if you actually earn something, it tastes a little bit better. So they are our unofficial sponsor because we just run on them anyway. So heck, man. So yeah, today we're going to be talking about medical kits. We're going to talk about the fact that we were just gone for 12 days and we didn't do a live stream last week. There wasn't much social media content put out. But that's because all of us went camping. We kept Sukkot, so we went out to the woods together. We brought our families. We hung out. Man, we had a great time. Just playing music by the bonfire, playing games, eating good food. We had one brother butchered a cow, and then I butchered a sheep. And man, it was some tasty goodness. So the cow was awesome. The sheep was awesome. And man, it was a fun time. It was a really fun time. So as always, if you have questions about Refuge Medical, your order, our ethos, who we are as a person, or people rather, because we're more than one person. No, we're one giant conglomerate. We groupthink around here. No.
Well, we did have a mind melding session earlier.
We did.
Yeah.
We had about a 2-hour meeting in regards to just how to better tell you guys our story. And so we went deep into the realm of Ed Milet and Andy Frizella marketing and talking about how to just kind of communicate with you in a way that you understand. We don't want to throw a bunch of fake stuff at you. We don't want to be fake. We want to be real. We want to be genuine. We're real people. Dud, you're real, right?
I believe I am.
Britt, you're real, right?
Yep.
Cal?
I think so.
Gosh. Dang.
Bob, are you dreaming?
I hope I don't wake up if I am. My life is a dream. So, yeah, I wanted to show you guys a couple of somethings, if you got a second, if you mind. Okay. Also, TikTok, it's good to see you. It's been a while. We missed you. We're glad you're back. We're glad you let us live stream again. We're super humbled and grateful that we can do simple things like talk to people on the social media platform. So thank you for that. That's super cool. I wanted to give a shout out to Condition 1. More importantly, I wanted to give a shout out to Joe Marshall at Condition 1. So Joe was absolutely instrumental in getting the Ox kit built. This case is made by Condition 1. They're out of Texas. And Condition 1 also makes soft cases, soft bags, and they are awesome. This is a waterproof bag that we're working with a couple of different projects on right now.
I didn't know that was waterproof.
It is. You want to see so the inside is actually it's like a melted fabric and plastic on the inside, so it's completely waterproof. So if you were to put something sweaty and nasty in there, it would be protected and good and safe. So these guys are awesome. This one like folds up. What you got?
You can finish. I was just letting you know I had a question.
Okay, all right. I know you had a question about this.
Nope.
So the cool thing is this like folds up, and then you have back straps here. So you can actually wear it like a backpack, or you can put these in a little pocket here, and you can use it as a duffel.
That'd be awesome.
They make a couple different sizes. This is their larger one. I think this is a 50 liter. They make a 25 liter too. They also make some cool backpacks that are just like tactical backpacks.
Does it zip also?
It does not zip.
Okay.
What it does is, so there's hook and loop
All right.
on the inside, and they kind of simplified it. And then what it does is it folds like so, and then you can
Clip
attach
it.
the clip
Nice.
on the opposing side to keep it from, you know, getting anything you don't want in there. You can also wrench those suckers down so it stays folded over. Bada boom. Condition 1 bag. So shout out to Condition 1. You guys are making some good stuff. Thanks for what you've done for the Ox kit, which is our OSHA compliance kit. You guys are awesome. And plus they're in Texas, you know, so we're not having to wait for it to get off the boat.
America!
Truck, yeah. You heard it here, folks. Truck, yeah, America. Literally, it gets trucked over. It gets put on a truck. All right, we'll move on. What do we got over there in the TikTok land?
Jay Churchill asked a question, and we get this question often.
Okay.
But we haven't answered it in a while. He said, "Love your products, but I have an honest question. Why so expensive?"
That is a great question. So, a couple of reasons. Our products are actually, if you compare us to true competitors, not that expensive. We're pretty comparable. Also, we make our bags and a good majority of our components here in the States, okay? I don't buy a splint from China. We get it from Sam Splint, who makes them in the US. We have people that sew every day making these bags with American-made fabric so that you guys can have goods made here, because it bolsters our economy, it supports people here in the States, it gives them a job, and then at the same time, it doesn't arm our enemies with resources we could be using to build our communities. So there's sometimes we might be like 20 bucks more expensive. But to me, that $20 is worth it. I personally live by the buy once, cry once, you know, mentality. I'm gonna buy the right thing one time. And if I buy, you know, the $30 med kit that's on Amazon, I'm gonna get a Chinese tourniquet. And actually, wait right here. Where did we go? Here it is. This is a Chinese tourniquet that I made a video of, 12 minutes ago? And we actually
It's actually a
broke
Chinese
it.
cat tourniquet.
Yeah, it's a cat tourniquet. What type of cat it is, I don't know. It's a catastrophe. Oh, all right, I'll head out. No. So inside of a combat application tourniquet, there's supposed to be a Kevlar band. This Kevlar band is not Kevlar because after spinning it 3 times, the Kevlar ripped. So I don't know Kevlar that does that, but they just used some maybe like 300D nylon, which is not Kevlar, and it snapped, as well as the time tab came right off. So we believe in giving you guys products that are going to work, that we would trust our families with. And if I'm not going to trust it to my family, if I'm not going to hand it to my wife or my brother and send them on their way, I'm definitely not going to hand it to you. So yeah, we're not the cheapest. Usually the best things aren't. So yeah, there you go. What you got?
Troy, he likes to be like Spider-Man in the whole Marvel. Actually, the actor that plays Spider-Man.
Okay.
He likes to spoil some things.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh, are we spoiling stuff?
Oh yeah.
What are we spoiling in the chat?
He put a question mark at the end of it, talking about Origin USA med kits, fully sourced and made in America, coming.
Gosh.
Oh wait, I said it wrong. Coming?
That would be. So here's the thing about Origin that a lot of people don't know. If you don't know what Origin USA is, between TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, Origin USA is a company that Pete Roberts and his team built alongside with Jocko Willink helped some. And what they do is really incredible. They have resurrected multiple manufacturing sites to make the fabric for clothing and durable goods. So I'm not talking about they bring in a roll of fabric. They literally sourced the cotton to make the fabric. And they have amazing textiles. Everything from denim to wool to polyester to cotton, you name it. And you know, we really support that here at Refuge. We stand by the fact that we want to build something for our grandchildren, right? Something sustainable. And so we reached out, and man, it would be crazy if we got our hands on some of that fabric and made some medical kits. It would be even crazier if they already got shipped to R&D at Origin. That would be nuts, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It would be wild.
That'd be unbelievable. I mean, could you imagine the turnaround in time that it would take to build something out of Origin fabric? I mean, that would be nuts.
Yeah.
Who knows how long? I mean, we would be in R&D for years because it would take so much. Oh, wait, we're located in the United States, and it takes me on average 2 days to ship anything anywhere here. So be on the lookout for that because could be coming to a theater near you. What you got?
Bold Business wants to know any idea when the ARC will be available again.
I do. I think we're about 2 weeks out. I'm pretty sure that I was talking to Sojourn Gear, which is the manufacturer for the ARC, our partner there, and he was looking at that PO this morning. He was also making some really cool rifle slings from scratch, and they're awesome. I have one on one of my rifles, and it's super cool. But yeah, I don't know where he is. You never know with that guy. He's hiding. Holy smokes. I don't know how he did it, but he fit under a table.
What?
Code, you make an ARC someday?
Well,
Come on over, Code. Hurry up. Hurry up.
So,
Hurry up.
ladies and gentlemen, he's elusive. He's persuasive. The one and only Cody Hamill.
thank you. I'm single. We're just gonna keep riding that.
Yeah. So Cody is the owner and designer and curator for Sojourn Gear. Sojourn Gear makes handmade, made in America, durable goods. Everything from the bags that you guys receive to rifle slings, tourniquet holders. I've seen some chest rigs. This is a jacket. I mean, geez Louise, what doesn't he make? Besides your heart swoon, you know what I'm saying? They just want to know, are you going to make ARC soon?
Yes, so we are cleaning up a couple loose ends, and then ARCs are on the priority. So 2 to 3 weeks.
That's what you do with all your stitching.
What's that?
Clean up a lot of loose ends.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're doing. So thanks, Code. Yeah, ARCs are on the way. You heard it from the manufacturer.
We're on it.
Wait, are you in America?
That's a deep question. Yeah.
It's a deep question. Not philosophically. Just literally.
Yeah.
In terms of your coordinates. Yeah, so that's Cody. ARCs are on the way. Great question. What you got?
Lexa asked, do you have any medical kits that can work in the ocean for working on vessels?
We do have some water resistant kits. We can also specialty build you something. So something that's great is we do a lot of vacuum sealing. We do a lot of pressure testing. And so if you're doing dives, we worked for the Bearfac originally was designed for Air Force PJs, and it was to be able to sustain a dive. And with that, there's in all of our nylon pouches, which are water resistant itself, there's drains if it were to take on water, and then everything inside of it is actually waterproof. So you should reach out to us, and we might be able to build you something specifically to help with any of your needs right there. So that's a great question. That's a great. What you got over there?
I don't know. I was just gonna toss something in.
Yeah. So throw me both. Boom. Vacuum sealed pouch, waterproof. You can take this, put it inside of a pack that you're traveling with, or you can have this attached to your boat. And if a diver ever had to come up, we can actually build out this kit or a larger kit for you to deal with a couple of different medical issues that are more proprietary to what you're doing.
Or
That's
if
a
it's
great
just
question.
on the boat, the Pelican case.
Yeah, I mean, we could always put a smash or a crash kit on a Pelican case too. Good grief. Yeah, so we make Pelican hard cases for the smash and crash, which, you know, are designed for, you know, extensive trauma.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Ready?
Gosh. Extensive trauma-related injuries. We have multiple lives saved with actually both of these kits. People are still alive because they decided to keep these in their vehicles. I actually know of 2 people that carry the crash on boats. So one of them's a speedboat, the other one's a bass boat. But you never know. And it's a good thing to have, and extremely water resistant. So that's awesome. That's a great question. Really, really good stuff. So if you have any questions about certain medical kits, about medical training, about our company ethos, what we're doing in terms of American manufacturing, how we're moving forward with the Florida deployment, what we're doing there, who we're helping, what our dreams are, what my favorite color is, these are all possible questions here. What do you got, YouTube?
Possible stupid question.
There's no stupid questions.
Any significance to having the upside down pentagon in the logos?
I think that's the shape that they chose. Our CEO's wife drew it. I don't know that there is. It's not. I don't know that it's necessarily the Pentagon. I think it's more the tree of life inside of it.
Yes, and it took after the Bear Independent logo,
Yeah,
same
we
shape and
originally-
design.
Yeah, we originally the shape of it started with Bear Independent, and it was just the shape of a bear's face, and so we used the same shape to then translate over to. So this is the Bear Independent logo, and this is the second gen Bear Independent logo because the first one was the bear in the whole logo, and so we went from this to the second gen, and then which is this here, and then we went to the Refuge Medical.
Well, it's on my list of things to do a deep dive into our logo and what it means.
Yeah, that's a great. Should we talk about it here?
We definitely can.
We can, but that's a spoiler.
Not necessarily, because this is. Wait, get a little closer. A little closer.
Can't get any closer, I'm gonna fall.
It's intimate.
It is intimate, isn't it? Yeah, so our logo, let's see, this is the Tree of Life. So we've been blessed that this tree is expanded, and our goal is to grow the Tree of Life and to nourish it. And so consistently, day by day, we want to water this tree one kid at a time so that more branches can grow, more sprouts can begin to flourish, and we can see this expand life after life after life. And that's like a small deep dive into the logo and the significance behind
Well,
it.
tip your head to the side so they can see the logo behind you.
There it is.
It just point up, just right there.
Right there?
A little bit further over. Yep, there it is.
That's
No.
the logo.
Nope.
It's way over
Oh, well, for
on
you.
YouTube. Yeah, it's okay.
It's right there. All right? Use your eyes. Can't do everything perfect. I'm just a man. What you got?
So, what kit would you recommend for a Dudley kick to the thigh?
Oh! A hospital, potentially a morgue, a time machine to go back in time and unsign the waiver and not get into a kickboxing match with J.A. Dudley.
For what they're trying to refer to, I would assume extreme leg trauma.
Yeah.
And if there is blood clotting, stopping that blood clotting from getting to your heart.
Yeah, realistically, unless you had like a femoral break that severed the femur.
That's what I'm attempting to do when I kick you.
Yeah, but you're strong, but the femur is super duper strong. So, I mean, if you were a bird, right? Let's live in the hypothetical land that we're in. If you were a bird and Dudley shattered your femur and you had a femoral artery burst, you'd have to apply a tourniquet. So all of that to be said, majority of our kits have tourniquets. Although, man, it would be crazy if we came out with sports medicine first aid kit.
That is true.
That'd be so nuts. But we'll never do that. We'll never fill a hole in the industry. We'll never do that. We've never done it before. So yeah, the sports medicine kit will probably never happen.
Well, if you say it twice, that would make it a double negative.
Yeah,
right?
it would never happen.
Oh.
It would not. There's no way it would not. Maybe not happen.
Now you're
But-
just confusing people out
That's
there.
right. That's right. I do what I can. And we're definitely not talking to the people at Origin who make jujitsu gis about that. Cool. What you got over there in a different conversation world?
Brendan said, I'm a CEO and want to get this for my vest. Your guys' products are awesome.
Oh, dude, that's really
Just one.
humbling. I hope that you never have to use it, truly. But I'm really glad that you're gonna have one on you, because man, it makes you that much more prepared. What you got over there? SOB. He says he wants to get one, or is going to get one, or
He
has
said he
one.
wants to get it.
He wants to get one. So your corrections officer. Yeah, I'd say the SOB. It doesn't have to be in high vis orange. We make them in red. We make them in all the cool guy colors. The SOB is a blowout kit for you, right? And it's an IFAC, individual first aid kit, meaning that it is designed to treat you, or in theory, it could treat one other person. This comes with basically everything to work the Marchi algorithm inside of this. It doesn't have a survival blanket. That's the only thing it doesn't have, but you can add one of those into your cart and put it in there. So you have a 4-inch North American Rescue emergency trauma dressing. You have quick clot. You have compressed gauze, chest seals. You have antiseptic towelettes. You have a nasopharyngeal airway. You have gloves. And then you also have a tourniquet here on the outside, all attached to, gosh, where is this made? What's that say? Does that say USA?
Bring it in closer. They can't see
There you
it.
go. Can you see it? Can you see it, Brendan? All right, cool. Just making sure. Yeah, all made in the good old US of A. So thanks for what you do as a corrections officer and helping rehabilitate those who have seen or done crime, or maybe been experienced the wrong things in life. Hopefully they're getting better and rehabilitated to re-enter society. Yeah, that's the SOB kit. This is in Hunter Orange. We made this for hunting season because a lot of places require you to have a certain amount of square inches of orange. So we thought, hey man, why not make the first aid kit not just high vis, but also make it so that it counts for your square inches, which, oh, what you got over there in the YouTube world?
Had someone say, the company I love to support and hope to never have to use the products from them.
Yes, right? Isn't that so weird? You never want to use our stuff, but it's really good to have it, right? You know, it's a weird thing for us because we sell something that we don't want to ever be used. So, yeah, it's kind of bittersweet when we get the email that somebody did use our product. But standardly, it means that somebody lived, which is awesome. What you got?
The resilient civilian said, corrections department I used to work for didn't even allow the registered and professional EMTs to carry medical supplies on duty.
Man. Oof. So that's the problem with corrections, is because a lot of times inside of this is a pair of trauma shears, which are really sharp, decompression needle, which is also really sharp, and things that can be used for restriction or constriction. And so I understand it, but that really stinks. And I hope that you no longer work there and that you're able to carry medical gear on you.
Think about
I don't know that I'd be able to follow the rule.
yeah. Well, think about Twitch when he was a police officer,
Yep.
how much trouble he would get into, not only for saving people's lives, but carrying medical gear.
It was a liability to the
Yes.
city, which is kind of crazy because, you know, that's where we're at right now in the legal system. Is it's sometimes more, a law enforcement officer is liable if he were to render aid to you. So that's why Twitch always did work the Marchi algorithm, which is covered under the Good Samaritan Act, meaning that you can do those things and not be held liable. What's up?
I have two questions.
Okay.
Cooper said, Maritime Leo for the Coast Guard. Do you have a kit to fit on a duty belt or body armor?
I do. I have a couple. So, probably gonna recommend the Bearfac for you. Bearfac will work the Marchi algorithm and then some. Body armor, where I recommend downward, right here, right? It's not uncomfortable. It sits low. It's no big deal. If you're like, man, I don't have that much space, I'm a smaller, more compact guy, I'd recommend either the SOB on the small of the back, right? We just talked about that, or the ARC. We don't have the ARC in stock right now. It's incoming. The ARC is the advanced rip-away kit, and that thing is, it sits right here in the middle, right? And you can put that both on the plate carrier. You can put this on the plate carrier too. You can just go like this, deploy it down, and use it like so. But the SOB is an amazing kit because this is actually what I carry on my duty belt. So put this on the small of the back, have the tourniquet, quickly deploy a blowout kit for yourself. I have one of these on my rucksack. What you got?
One thing that they should do, they should go to refugemedical.com. The link
it's up there. It's
Yep.
up there in the description.
And they should go take the quiz
Yes,
to
there's a
figure
quiz.
to figure out what kit would work best for them. And then once they figure out what's best for them, go check it out on the website. If it's not in stock, oh, there's an ARC.
There's an ARC.
Go check
not
it
for
out.
sale.
This is not for sale.
And if it's not in stock, because we only you can only purchase what's actually here in the shop.
Yeah, that way we can ship it out to you and you don't have to wait 8 weeks.
Right. You
don't
can
go
get an
away.
email letting you know as soon as it becomes available.
So this is the ARC really quick advanced ripaway kit. This could attach to your carrier or to your belt line here, and it attaches right here, the kit itself. Open this sucker up, and you have a blowout kit. So this is actually designed to treat 1 casualty or 2 casualties. And this is really great, but it does not cover the full Marchi algorithm. There are some components missing, but it's a really great blowout kit. As well as you have the tourniquet attached here at the bottom. Super cool. Oh, is this a dangler?
Yep.
Yeah, you put this on the base of your on your plate carrier or whatever, and then you can attach the arc so that way it doesn't take up hook and loop space or molly space on your carrier. What you got?
Willie's 2A said, do you have a good home first aid kit for 3?
For 3, yeah, it's the adventure kit, 100%. This is what I recommend everybody has either at their home, homestead, farm, whatever it may be. Get all this stuff out of here. Get out of here, you crazy kids. This is going to be kind of all-encompassing. So it's got some OTC meds. It's got the ability to splint. It's got a small suturing kit. It's got some trauma capability. And all of this is compiled inside of an American-made satchel, adventure bag, right here, right? And this Mamma Jamma, I mean, it's chock full, right? So everything from emergency trauma dressings, it can cover the Marchi algorithm, cohesive bandages, if you have, just a sprain or something like that, some burn dressings, OTC wipes, sting relief stuff, some splinter out, just whatever you're doing every day. Like if you need some hydrocortisone, it's in the kit, That way you can kind of localize all of the medical stuff you have, and it's not, where did I put that burn cream? It's, oh, where's the adventure bag? Because it has it in there. So you're going to go on adventures every day. Your kids are going to go on adventures every day, whether you like it or not. So might as well have an adventure kit, Gosh, man, stuff is full. It's a good kit. What you got over there in YouTube land?
Someone asked if you can explain Proverbs 27:17, iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, I sure can. So, as iron sharpens iron, so one man's countenance sharpens another. We are commanded to build each other up, right? And if you've ever looked into the sharpening process of iron, right? A sword being sharpened. A lot of people think it's, you just take this this iron rod and you shing, shing, shing. Well, actually, what the process is it's very hard. The iron wants to refuse to be sharpened, and you're actually taking material away to then refine the blade. And so it's this process as one man to look at a brother and say, hey man, you're really struggling with X, Y, and Z. Let's remove that and let's sharpen you up so that you can continue to fight to better the kingdom. And it's not an easy process, and that's one of the reasons that's our scripture for Grindstone Ministries, is we want to build people up. We want to sharpen one another. We want to be an iron rod that is used for the kingdom to sharpen other people. And so when people are down, right, when people are struggling, whether it's a disaster, whether it's they need help building, whatever it may be, we want to step in to build that person up and to sharpen and refine that person. And I hope that helps. You got some over there? Riz?
Nurse Amber said, nurse here, and I can never find a quality kit to keep in my vehicle.
Oh my goodness. Nurse Amber.
Somebody else said they love our crash kit.
Nice.
Oh my gosh! Nurse Amber, you should look into our crash kit. Our crash kit, it was actually designed. We got contacted by a Baja racing team. This is a cool story. So, one of the leaders of a Baja racing team, they went overlanding, and they had an accident, and they lost one of their navigators, and he succumbed to his injuries. And he called us up. He said, "I never want to go through this again. What do I need?" We talked to them about what they do, and we sought out, what their goal was and what they needed, and that's actually how the crash kit was born. So we built out the crash kit specifically for traumatic vehicle accidents. It has everything from working the Marchi algorithm to cervical collars to simple rehydration salts because you're stranded or something like that in your vehicle. It's in a Pelican case. It can sit in the back seat of your car, or in the trunk of your car, and it's something that you as a nurse can use to respond to an accident if you were to see one. I always recommend that somebody has a trauma kit, something like an ARC, up high in the vehicle. So I don't know what type of nurse you are, but if you ever respond to an accident, majority of accidents have impingement, meaning the lower section of the vehicle where the doors are and lower are crushed, right? And so sometimes it's hard if you have things down low, you can't always get to them, or you may be trapped and unable to get to them. So being able to reach up, right, and grab things is really important, which is why we design a lot of the kits the way we do.
We also just had that Life Save story, or maybe it was an aid rendered, where his trauma kit was in the trunk and
Yep.
he couldn't get to it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we've heard that time and time again. People have amazing kits, and it's the only thing that they have, and they can't get to it because they're trapped. And so, actually, on my vehicle, on my truck, I have tourniquets right here on the visor, so that if I were to experience and be trapped, right, and have vehicle impingement, right, and I have a femoral bleed, or my wife does, or something like that, I can quickly access a tourniquet and I can stop that blood flow, or she could access a tourniquet and stop that blood flow on me if I was unconscious. And we also have medical kits higher in the vehicles because that's proven to be more successful with the data that we currently have. I'm sure it's subject to change over time, but right now that seems to be what works the best.
That fire dude who said that he loved our crash kit said that he keeps his medical bag with O2 with an AED and the crash kit for all his trauma calls.
That is awesome. That is super awesome. And if you use anything, okay, you come and you tell me, and I will replace it for you. That is our guarantee. Our team is committed. If you use something to save a life or render aid, we're going to replace it so that you have it. What you got?
Troy has to bounce.
Troy has to bounce. Troy, much love, brother. Shoot me a text. We'll find a time to talk about all this cool stuff we're doing in Florida. Super cool.
Kevin just came in and said he's a flight nurse, a paramedic, deputy sheriff, and a deputy coroner, and he's excited that he just found us.
I'm super excited you just found us. Man,
Welcome.
What a cool... you do a lot of things.
Yeah.
You have a full plate there, my friend. Yeah, if you're needing any specific kits or anything like that, do you have any questions about our kits directly? Guys, our phone number is public. The call center's not in India. It's 12 foot that way, okay? And somebody will always be willing to pick up the phone and help you however, so that way we get you the tools that you need to potentially save a life. And you definitely need the tools. You definitely do, because there's a bunch of things that could potentially happen in your lines of work. So yeah, Refuge Medical HQ live stream. If you have questions, you can always throw them in the chat. I want to make sure that I reiterate that. Okay, we have a question box on Instagram.
Yes,
We have
sir.
a question box on TikTok.
Yep.
We have a comment section, on YouTube. We still love you, YouTube. You're great. You're tremendous.
YouTube is the OG.
YouTube is the OG. Shout out YouTube. Thanks a lot, Alphabet Corporation. That's what it is now?
Pretty
I
much.
think, right?
Did they change their name again?
I don't know.
Nah, I
I can
don't
never
think
keep
so.
up with these companies. They change like the wind. We're going for round 2. You guys ready? Here we go. Oh,
Nice.
Holy smokes.
That was a double tap right there.
It doesn't matter if it's cold or not. This isn't even cold. It's still good. It's still tasty.
Glad they changed up their flavors.
Yeah, they did a new flavor structuring. We were talking to Levi, the driver for Jocko Fuel, about that and the whole system that they went through. And it's really cool how they kept everything natural and still use natural components to just make the flavors better. It's
What was he
crazy.
driving?
He was driving a Peterbilt that was built out like super duper.
379 custom Pete.
So there you go. It's a 379 custom Pete.
And what's the name of it?
Joctimus Prime.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the sound that it made. No, so everything in the truck was air pneumatic. So even the windows, you would go to put the window up and be like, psst, and the window would roll up. Everything.
Oh
It
my
was
gosh.
crazy. You would unlock the door, right? He's like, hit the unlock. I hit the unlock. I was like, psst, and the door locked or unlocked. It was so cool. Really, really rad truck. Awesome that they did that. And Levi's been with their company for a long time. He's been there for 5 years, he said. And he's their 5th employee, which is pretty dang cool. So yeah, shout out to Levi Porter and all the knowledge bombs he dropped on us about Jocko Fuel. That was pretty dang cool. What you got over there?
Nurse Amber came back and said that's smart. At this point, she carries trauma shears in her glove boxes and a small generic kit in the trunk and a tourniquet in the glove box as well.
Yeah, I mean, glove box is better than nothing. Good on you for having stuff. She probably knows too. You gotta, I don't know what type of nurse she is, so, but
Well, when you think about some of the trauma surgeons and nurses that have given testimony after taking some of Refuge training classes, like, hey, we don't know any of this stuff because everybody that gets to us already has a tourniquet on and all we do is cut it off.
yeah, we had 2 trauma surgeons that told us that exact thing, and they actually, the husband saved 1 life, the wife saved a life with her training tourniquet. Well, I think it was like 5 or 6 days after she took the training, she saved a life with her training tourniquet. He carries now a cat tourniquet in his coat pocket, and a gentleman came in. It was a tree
That was
job.
actually fairly recently,
It was
within the
like a
last
month and a
couple
half, 2
months.
months
Yeah.
ago. And so gentleman comes in, he was on a tree job, got bit by a chainsaw. They had a makeshift tourniquet that was failing, right? Meaning that he was starting to bleed out once more, and that's super dangerous. And so he whipped his cat tourniquet out of his pocket, shink, and tightened it down, got the bleeding to stop, and then got him to triage so that he could get into surgery so they could fix him up, which is awesome.
We've heard this a few times, and I know we've shut it down in the past, so we'll shut it down again. But someone's saying the new cats have teeth on the straps now. They don't know how they feel about it. I'm pretty sure they don't. I'm pretty sure there's a knockoff.
I have new cats here. I mean, we got that cat tourniquet a week and a half ago.
Yeah, and
You want
they
me to-
don't.
I can prove this.
We can
Teeth
grab
on
one.
the straps.
That's what he said. Yeah, teeth on the straps now.
It could be teeth on the
On the
buckle.
buckle.
Yeah, there's not
Say our
teeth.
new shipment's right here. So.
Go crack open the new shipment.
Generations didn't have the teeth.
Yeah, this is still 7 Gen. This is the best iteration of the Cat Gen 7.
Here, I'll let
Pop
you
it
open
open. Here we go. Here on camera, you saw it. I think it does have teeth on the buckle. I like it. More friction is good. And this is a one-use tourniquet, right? It's not your training tourniquet. Yeah, and they're not pointed teeth. They're they're squared off. So if you see, there's 4 squared off teeth here, and all that does is allow it to grab the hook and loop better.
I zoomed in.
Oh,
that's
you-
it, yeah.
Right?
Well,
So
over here, we don't have the ability to
it
zoom.
goes on the hook and loop like so, and all it does is it
Oh, we
presses
actually do.
into the hook and loop against the Kevlar band.
Oh, I
Okay?
do too.
This isn't this isn't protruding into the actual tourniquet itself. All it's doing is allowing for a more significant amount of pressure on the Kevlar band.
Can you show the
And-
teeth again?
Yes, absolutely. So if you look right here, I'll try to show it in a way that makes sense.
Yep.
You can see 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the tourniquet, and so those 4 teeth. I believe that this was. I think they did this on iteration 6. I could be wrong about that, but it was either 6 or 7 that they added this. And the reason that they added this is because it's an increased contingency for the tourniquet to prevent failure. It's another way to increase friction when you're applying it, so that way, when you do this motion here, it doesn't loosen as quickly as if it were just flat, right? If it were just flat, it would loosen right up all the way. This allows it to still have pressure. See how it's holding? Now I can flex and break the teeth loose because it's not a sharpened tooth. However, it does allow for the immediate, while you're applying this around the remaining of the tourniquet itself, the tail, it'll then hold a lot better, so that way you can begin to work your windlass. I hope that makes sense. I understand you don't know how you feel with it. Some people are uncomfortable with change. Know this, that North American Rescue does a phenomenal job working with the Committee on TCCC to improve their tourniquets. These guys are literally one of the absolute best in the biz when it comes to windlass tourniquets. And so there are no slouches over there. We have a good relationship with North American Rescue. They help us out a lot. They give us great tools, great knowledge. And so I trust this every single day with my life. I have one on me or right near me every single day.
Hey,
So,
Bob, what did you just do? Because
I just staged a tourniquet. I didn't even talk about it because it's just inherent. Staging a tourniquet, right? So something we always want to do. We're going to take it, and just like we're pulling a bow, right? Just like we're pulling a bow, we're going to stretch the inner Kevlar band to ensure that it's all the way extended, so that way we can get the right amount of pressure when we apply the tourniquet. Then I'm going to put it through its buckle, right? And the way I tell people is it's right about the length of the tourniquet itself, right here, through all the way from the C-clamp to the bottom of the buckle. I go a little bit longer. I then fold it over, right? So it's hook on loop and hook on loop, right? And then I take our non-hook and loop where it says cat, okay? And I put that against the C-clamp. And then I fold it over.
what if your cat tourniquet doesn't say cat?
It's not a cat tourniquet. Throw it in the trash and buy a real one. That's what you do, okay? And I put my windlass inside of the C-clamp. And the reason being is then at that point, with one hand, I can open the tourniquet to where it's the correct shape, right? And if I keep my thumb, whichever side I'm on, right? If I keep my thumb on the C-clamp, I'm always gonna open it the right way. So if I was applying to my right arm, I'd have my thumb on the C-clamp, right? I'd flip it open, and I know I'm going the right way because then I'm pulling the tail away from me, and I have the most strength going away from me versus trying to go down or over or whatever weird stuff you may find yourself in. And the really important thing about this, you have to train. You have to train and improve. You have to practice these things. Get a training tourniquet. You know, realistically, if you think you might have to use these, which the #1 cause of preventable death in the US is massive bleeding, so you should have one. Spend $30, get a training tourniquet, and get some reps in. You'll see really quickly how intuitive this device is, how intuitive the soft T is. So yeah, that's a little demo on the Cat Gen 7. It does have teeth, but that's because they know what they're doing. So, what you got over there?
2 questions.
2 questions.
Yep. So one, it says philosophical question.
Okay.
Would you rather EDC 100 SOB sized stomp bags or 1 stomp bag sized SOB? All kits retain capabilities based on adjusted size.
What?
I don't even know that'd be possible.
Wait.
100
Do they know what a
100
stomp
SOB
bag is?
sized stomp bags or 1 stomp bag
So you're
sized
telling me that
SOB.
I have like little people's sutures? Like, so for me and my capability, I'd rather have 100 SOBs. Right? That's the question.
You have to EDC 100 SOBs. Like you have to carry every day 100 SOBs or
But
carry
it's in the
one
size of
stomp bag. 100 SOB
I EDC
sized
100 SOBs
stomp
or I
bags.
EDC one
So it's
stomp
like
bag.
all the stomp bag components inside 100 SOBs or 1 stomp bag sized SOB.
One
but-
stomp bag SOB.
Because there's not a lot of components. I mean, it wouldn't be.
Yeah,
It
gives
would be
you a
really
bunch of
a
room in
really
the
light
back.
backpack.
You can put all that stuff in there. You played yourself. I got a free backpack and an SOB. So take that. What's your other question?
All right. The other one is, can you talk about expiration dates on medical supplies in the kits?
Yes, that's a super wide question. So it really depends on what you're talking about expiring. So if you're talking about a tourniquet expiring, a lot of time that's due to degradation and deterioration of the materials. A lot of times that happens from sunlight exposure, from water exposure, stuff like that. And so that's why it's really important to check your expiration dates. I personally check my expiration dates every 3 to 6 months. I go through all my kits and make sure, because you miss stuff. Just like I don't give my child spoiled milk, I don't give my wife an expired tourniquet. So if your materials are expired, replace them. And then use the materials that are expired to train, right? Free training aid then at that point. So just because the hemostatic gauze is expired doesn't mean that you can't train with it as, in a wound packing tutorial. So I hope that helps. What you got?
How do I get a Refuge medical hoodie?
Ooh, gosh. If only it was fall and we were about to put them on the website.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
Check that link.
Check that link. It's coming. What, next week?
Yeah, I'll get it up so people can start doing the notify me.
Yeah.
As soon as they
It'll
become
be in the
available.
store today. We won't sell them today, but you can put you can click the notify me button, because we're gonna start selling them here next week, because it's fall time. It was 20 degrees today when I woke up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 4 a.m. I walked outside and I was like, ooh, this is too cold for my boxers. And I walked back inside. And that's what Bob does at 4 a.m. when he lets the dog out.
Woof, woof, woof.
No, I let the dogs out. We don't have to ask.
Oh.
Yeah. You'll
Woof,
have that.
woof, woof.
Okay. All right, moving on. If you have any other questions about, what we do, who we are, why we are, all that fun stuff, feel free to throw it in the chat. We got about another 10 minutes on the live stream. So transparency hour. If you've ever wondered anything, we're here for you. And, we'll fill you in the absolute best that we can. And
Being us on a bus, shalom.
being us on a bus, I love those people. They're awesome.
W.A. Browning said, my bad, not cat, but it's the Sam XT that has the teeth locking system. Just did my MSTC at Fort Campbell 468W. They trained us on both of them this time around.
I personally, so I'm with you on this. I personally really struggle with the Sam XT. I've seen it fail on larger individuals. And I'm not talking about like overweight individuals, just larger people. That lock fails. I want it to work. It works on me. I went through training in Waco. 16, 20 hours of training in Waco using that tourniquet, beating the ever-loving crap out of it. And I did get it to fail a couple of times. Never gotten a cat to fail if it's applied correctly. Never got a soft T to fail if it's applied correctly. I got the Sam XT to fail.
It's also a pain in the butt to train though.
It is a pain in the butt. And the windlet, or the band itself, and the band for the windlass, because they don't have an inner Kevlar band, the Sam XT. They just have a band that connects here. It's much thicker, and it's very difficult to turn. Very difficult to turn. And so, yeah, I understand exactly what you're talking about. So, who said that? We'll give a quick introduction. He's a busy guy. He's got work to do. Is JT here, and he is directly in our training team. He travels the country year-round to train people on how to not die.
Cracker Turn Torah on YouTube.
He's worked diligently to evaluate a bunch of different tourniquets and beat the crap out of them. So you had a similar experience of failure and difficulty applying it.
Yeah, it's just a pain to get it to release. It takes forever.
Oh, yeah.
So I just don't like it. It also it's a lot harder to twist.
Yep.
I found, and that's like we're men, and
Yeah.
it's harder to turn. Like
How hard
give
would it
it
be
to
for
like
my
your
wife?
your wife or something.
Yeah,
It's
and
just-
my wife's not weak. My wife is a strong woman.
Same here.
Thanks.
Yeah, and I mean your wife is running a homestead by herself a lot of time too. She freaking kicks butt. So it's a challenging tourniquet, and so you'd have to really train with that puppy. You'd have to really train with it. And
I like the cat.
cat, it's intuitive. Thanks, JT. You're the man. He's the man, Stan. Cool. Cogirl, have you thought about making a back of the seat system to attach various medical gear to? Yeah, we have. We made one. It's called ARC. Where's it at? Throw it.
I think they're talking about like,
For all of our other kits?
yeah, like something that you can attach more than just the arc to.
Oh, like that Molly system.
So, like,
there's a few
what-
companies that make stuff like
Yeah,
that.
so we're not in the business of making stuff that other people make. There's Molly panels for the back of your seat, and all of our kits are Molly compatible. So I'm not gonna like make a Molly panel when there's a bunch of really cool companies out there making Molly panels. However, what we did do is for the ARC, this attaches to your headrest right here, and the ARC. So you attach this. If this was the headrest of your car, okay, you attach this to the headrest of your vehicle, right? If you're looking if you can see.
Stay up
And all the arc does is it just sits on there like so, right? And then you can tuck her in, you can buckle her in here. Bada bing, bada boom, sits like so, and then you can unbuckle, right? This is attached to your headrest, okay? Remember, use your imagination, and then you tear the arc off and you can use it. So that's a great question. Every single day we advocate that people carry stuff in their cars. Statistically, that's the most dangerous thing you can do. Car accidents are literally killer. So yeah, grab an arc. They're coming back in stock. You can hit the notify me button. They come in all the cool guy colors. They come in red. What else do they do? I think we're doing some cool colors for Black Friday. But yeah, that's a great question. Can you buy the headrest parts separately? I already have the kits in each car. If you have...
The arc comes with it.
Yeah, the arc comes with it. If you have a kit that has hook and loop like this and you need a headrest, go ahead and email sales at Refuge Medical. Or if you're looking for a recommendation for, say, just a Molly panel, because you have a Bearfac or something like that, we can also give you that. I think Fieldcraft Survival makes a good back panel, don't they? I don't know if it's made in the U.S.
If it's Fieldcraft Survival, they're trying to do a lot of U.S. made stuff.
Yeah. Howdy, Pew Pew Jew. That's a cool dude right there.
I have a question.
I didn't see them on the website.
Go ahead.
I have a question.
Yep.
I don't know. You probably won't be able to answer this super specifically.
Okay.
But just explain the idea. What's the smallest circumference limb that you can safely apply a cat or a soft? So I don't know that you can.
It's right around like 2.5 inches.
Yeah.
So the problem is you lose your ability to work the windlass. And my hand's can't get it tight enough to work the windlass all the way. It's about 2.5 to 3 inches, realistically. That's why we recommend everybody, if you have kids, or say like you have a really tiny arm, because you need to hit the gym and you just haven't yet, or you were just built that way, which is fine too. Get an S mark or a SWAT tee, stretch wrap and tuck tourniquet, or the S mark, which is the same exact thing from TACMed. It's a little bit different material, but it is more affordable, and you can use that as a tourniquet to cut off arterial flow. What you got?
Are there any wall mounts for hanging in hallways or kitchens or outside or anything?
Yes. Yes, there are. So the Ox kit comes with a wall mount. We can make that a separate item in the store. We also
It doesn't
sell...
come with it. It's an add-on.
Yeah, it's an add-on. So you can get a wall mount for an Ox kit. You also can get the lock box, which comes with our... Come on, you ready? Here we go. This comes with our pack, which is our public access casualty kit, right? This hangs on the wall, clear and see-through, so that way you can see the high-vis stripe in low light. Because if you knew in an active shooter situation, the first thing that we recommend you do is cut the lights, right? Take away visibility. So this right here just sets, there's 4 set screws, 1, 2, 3, and 4, goes into the wall, you mount it up, set this puppy in there like so. Or you can put a Bearfac in here. Bearfac fits in here, pack fits in here. And if you're looking for just the cases, I mean, you can always email us and we'll help you out. We'll get you taken care of, whatever you need. And that's how you do that. But that's the wall mounting solutions we have currently. When will SOBs be back in stock? Next week. We might have some in stock today.
It might get delivered today.
We're getting a drop today, so they might be coming in today. We were out of town, or well, not out of town. We were out of commission for about 12 days for the festival's cook. So we were out camping in the woods with a bunch of our homies. And so, yeah, we'll have a delivery today around 2:30-ish, give or take.
Hey, what's going on, Hustle Queen?
So, yeah, super awesome. How we doing over there in the TikTok world? We got a few more minutes here, peeps.
Good.
Few more minutes. Anything good over there?
Ranger girl said hello.
Hello, Ranger girl.
How is it
So, you know, way to be a Ranger and a girl. So good job on that. I don't know if you're like a Park Ranger or an Army Ranger.
Power Ranger.
Or a Power Ranger. Go, go, Power Rangers. Dude, it's a good song. I was singing it last week.
It says mom, wife, EMT.
Mom, wife, EMT. So that's the type of ranger she is.
Yep.
She's a world ranger. That's what she is. Mom, wife, EMT. That's pretty intense there. It's a lot of jobs. So yeah, we got 2 more minutes. So if you have any questions, throw them in the chat below. I will answer anything within reason that you ask in the chat right now. This is that final moment where you can hit it hard. Any question you want to ask, I'm going to answer it respectfully, of course. You know, don't ask me weird stuff because I'm not going to answer it because you're the internet, and sometimes the internet is weird.
Mother Prepper, what's up?
What's up, Mother Prepper?
I did just add a swag tab to our website.
Ooh.
Swag
That
tab.
has the shirt and hoodie under it.
And that has the shirt and the hoodie.
Strike a pose.
Strike
Hoodie
a pose.
doesn't have a picture yet, but you know. they
Here's
can
a
see it.
picture right here. You wear it, and it's a hoodie, and it says Refuge Medical on it, and then people know that you're smart enough to not die because you have good stuff. Favorite Jocko flavor depends on the day. I go between Afterburner Orange, Citrus Psycho, and Tropic Thunder, and it depends on the day. Today I've had a Tropic Thunder, and I'm working on a Citrus Psycho right now. They're all really good. I used to not like all of them, but now after they've redone the flavors, I like all of them. Looking to schedule training in Virginia next spring. I'm sure I just call, correct? You can call, you can email, you can send a carrier pigeon, you can IM me on AIM, you can send me a MySpace message.
Somebody asked, what's the website?
What's the website? refugemedical.com. And it's just that easy, you know. There's no weirdness to it. Just
Link in the bio.
link in the bio, or just go to Google, right, and just type in Refuge Medical, and that helps us. Every time you search us on Google, that helps us in the algorithm of the internet. What you got?
Can Bob beat Dudley in ping pong contest or not?
Ooh,
Mm.
probably.
Did you play any ping pong?
I didn't. We had a ping pong table for Sakot. I didn't play, not once.
That
But
was my son's.
my
highlight.
mother-in-law
Really?
is lethal at ping pong. She is. She's super good at ping pong.
Does she do that top spin thing?
She does.
Ooh.
And
But she's so calm about it too.
she's very calm. She's just playing ping pong, and like me and my brother-in-laws are sweating, running back and forth, trying to keep up. And so I played quite a bit of ping pong. I'm no Forrest Gump, but I try my darndest. That's a good question. Asking the questions that matter.
Yeah.
YouTube, way to do it. We're a medical company, and they're like, I wonder who would win in a ping pong match. Yeah, so I think I got done in that, but he's got me in majority of every other sport. So, yeah. He'll just choke me out at 4 o'clock when we start jujitsu to make up for it.
Yep. 2 hours away.
2 hours away, and I'm counting every minute, and thanking my lucky stars for the fact that I won't die. Hopefully, right? So yeah, that's 2 o'clock. We're at 2:01. I don't think we have any more questions in the chat. We missed you guys. We love you guys. You're awesome. I don't mean to gesture at you with a tourniquet, but carry one. And you know, we're here for you. That's the reason we do this. If we wanted to be rich, we would have got into oil, or some sort of stock, you know, or something like that. We chose this because we literally get to save lives, and that's the point. So if you have any questions or you have any concerns or anything, you can call us, you can email us, you can message us on the Shopify inbox. We're gonna answer. We're your team, you know, and we're gonna work our absolute damnedest to make sure you get what you need. What you got?
Somebody asked, can we donate a copy of the scriptures from Grindstone website to anyone of our choosing, or is it a random donation?
I mean, it could be any one of your choosing. Usually it's a random donation, but if you have something in mind, email admin@Grindstone Ministries.
You can also do it as like order it for receive and then put their info as the shipping info.
That's
and we
true,
would
yeah. So when in
mail
the
it to
shipping
them.
order, you can put their information, and that'll do the exact same thing. We'll just ship it out to them.
Yeah.
You know? They won't have any idea, I think, who donated it.
Nope.
It'd be anonymous at that point. So that's a good question. So, yeah.
I have one more. You want to answer real quick?
All right.
Do you think Quick Clot is a must-have?
Yes. Because, and here's why. Do I think that Quick Clot is better than compressed gauze? No. So, listen to this. There's no white page data to support the fact that Quick Clot is better than just compressed gauze if you wound pack correctly. That being said, majority of people inside of a high stress situation are not going to wound pack correctly. And that's where a hemostatic agent comes into play. That's why QuickClot has the market that it does. If you wound pack correctly, it'll do the exact same thing. But a lot of people won't do that. And I carry QuickClot. And I've packed a lot of wound cubes and a lot of training. And still, it's, you know, it's just another contingency layer. It's another support system against failure. So yeah, I do. We sell QuickClot and QuickClot Combat Z-Fold is what we sell, and that's because Teleflex has created a really good product in those two lines right there. So, what you got?
If money's an issue, I would rather have 2 cat tourniquets and then regular compressed gauze.
Yeah, it's expensive. Like, don't get me wrong. You know, it's $40 for a package of Z-Fold. But that being said, buy 4 extra packages of compressed gauze and really train, or set aside the money and, you know, let it burn a little bit, but buy once, cry once, you know, type of deal that we talked about earlier. So that's what I got there. We love our Bear Fact 3.0 and SOBs. Yeah, my Alaskan lifestyle. Sweet. You're up in Alaska, dude. You need some med kits. It'll be 12 days before you get EMT. They gotta come in by plane, boat, and helicopter to get to you. So yeah, if that's all we got, we're gonna hop off here and we're gonna go do our thing and we're gonna keep killing it. We love you guys. Hope you have a great day. And remember, carry an effing tourniquet.